2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next. Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. And for Dallas, Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Doncic in at the point. Now here's Porzingis. And he banks in the layup.
Boy, you look at Porzingis, this guy is very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide-open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And here's Beverly after Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. Beverly the pass to George. Cousins with it. Back to George. 6 to shoot. Cousins trying to free himself up. And there's Paul George on the assist by Cousins.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Doncic outside. From deep. Can't hit that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Now George. To the middle. And Cousins kicks to George. There's the pass to Leonard. Count that one.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
George against Doncic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Up top, Leonard. Guarded by Hardaway. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Stolen by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. They get it back. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Here's George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. From downtown, Porzingis with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Cauley Stein's shot is good. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And the Clippers miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
To the inside, Batum with the steal. Morris with the bucket.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Brunson with it. Richardson outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Richardson showing you the ability to manufacture a shot against good defense there. Well done.
Pass to Ibaka. Kennard on the wing. Outside Jackson. Out to Morris. There's the three. The Mavericks pull it in. Richardson outside. Marjanovic passes to Brunson. Got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it's...
This game, it's...
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Brunson kicks to Marjanovic. That one off the back iron and out.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Powell pulls it in.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Kennard for three. But they'll get another chance. Ibaka finds Batum. Kennard against Richardson. Three-pointer. Kennard's shot is off. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
Traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Kennard, the shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Jackson against Brunson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. Now here's Kennard. Lets it go with a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kennard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Marjanovic. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Morris passes to Kennard. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Jackson against Brunson. Jackson dishes to Morris. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And Powell, with that long body of his, does a nice job going at the defense and forcing them to foul.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
And go figure is right. Outside, Porzingis. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Ibaka. Doncic with the steal. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And George kicks to Leonard. It's rebounded by Dallas.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Mavericks leading by 6. Here's Porzingis. On the wing, Hardaway. He's covered by Leonard. For Dallas, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
You know, I think we all know that Hardaway Jr. is a really good scorer. I mean, the next step for him is improving defensively.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Zubac finds Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. Pass break, Dallas jumps up, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Just 3 on the clock. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. DeMarcus, you guys have had chances, but you haven't taken advantage of those chances. What do you say to the team?
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And that'll do it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We've seen Dwight Powell really having a great game.
But really, the numbers aren't gaudy. They don't stick out, but his energy and impact does.
Yeah, and you know what? He does the dirty work for him. That grit and grind type of work. Always hustling all the time.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 10.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them Think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Mavericks making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Clippers trail by 12. Here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to Mann. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And he found a soft spot in the D on that possession.
Mavericks leading by 10. Doncic looking it over. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
It's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
And George drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Outside, Redick. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Cauley Stein finds Redick. Shot clock at 6. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Out to Porzingis. Pass to Cauley Stein. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him. On the Mavericks with some changes, Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Hardaway. Doncic passes to Brunson. A pass to Porzingis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Leonard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
And the Mavericks call time here. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. The free throw drops for Leonard.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Doncic passes to Redick. 1:11 left to play in the third. Doncic outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Leonard kicks to Jackson. And it's off from three-point range. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The pass to Marjanovic. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Redick against Kennard. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Jackson. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Marjanovic down low. Cousins is there. Now here's Doncic. They need this one. Can't connect. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Marjanovic, Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Powell down low, defended by Batum.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
First free throw is good. Jackson, he's checked in for George. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Clippers trail by 8. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Offside Ibaka. And that one swishes right in.
And for a big guy who came into the league fairly raw, Ibaka's jump shot now looks second nature.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Marjanovic finds Brunson. No good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Marjanovic against Ibaka. Morris kicks to Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. High post Ibaka. Shoots over Marjanovic. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Serge Ibaka. And the Mavericks call time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Cauley Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Paul George in for Luke Kennard. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Well, this is why me and so many others are high on Doncic. I mean, he's got the ability to fight through challenges that defenses present.
That free throw good from Doncic.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Left side, George. No good from the wing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Doncic against George. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moments.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Hardaway against Leonard. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Up the floor. Here's Hardaway. Back to Richardson. Hardaway finds Richardson. And here is Hardaway. He's covered by Leonard. Doncic outside. Over George. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Leonard against Hardaway. Shoots it up. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. 55 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And George, here we go. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And I think George is clearly one of the most difficult covers in the league. When he's taking it strong to the basket, the defense sometimes has no choice but to foul. He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
This is it to Redick. Out to Doncic. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Boy, Doncic plays with such an edge and attitude. I think it endears him to his teammates and gives them confidence. I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 5. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 5. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Leonard. From deep three-point range, it's not going to go for him. And so it's Dallas winning this one. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. The NBA on 2K Sports. It's DH.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Mavericks, Doncic out there with J.J. Redick. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Hardaway in at the 3. And it's Doncic missing. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And 2 free throws. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Doncic against Lillard. Takes the 13-footer. Nice D from Lillard. And here's Portland. Tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor. You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Good.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
Lillard surveying the D. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Kicks it out to Covington. Over Cauley-Stein. And too long on the shot. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. They get the rebound. Good. Nice job down low.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley-Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
Now Lillard. He dishes it to Nurkic. Porzingis with the block.
Well, you can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
From deep, and Doncic gets it to go.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there, and what skill to knock it down.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Portland no good that time either.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Hardaway no good. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Doncic. And it's Lillard missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
From deep 3-point range. And it's Doncic missing.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And the basket by McCollum.
Lots of ways that CJ can burn you right there. Super effective on the inside.
Here's Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Out to Hardaway. Pass to Doncic. Pocket 4. Puts one up from 19. Dallas no good that time either.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And stolen by Reddick. Fires top of the key. The Mavericks keeping it alive. A new 14. And Doncic gets it to go.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard outside. Pass to Powell. A shot that time, not on target. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And a deep three from Reddick. But they get it back. Doncic outside. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Doncic has got 8.
Yeah, you look at this run they're on, and you have to give a lot of credit to their effort on the glass.
Lillard against Doncic. Powell finds Lillard. Porzingis with the block. Here's Nurkic. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Reddick from deep three-point land. Another 3 for Dallas.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And so it's Dallas. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
I'm training in summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Reddick. And it's Doncic in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Reddick. From the stripe. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Simons surveying the D. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
And here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Richardson finds Brunson. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Outside Collins. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. But they recover it. Brunson kicks to Marjanovic. Now here's Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. On the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo O'Malley comes in for Dwight Powell. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. McCollum outside. In the corner, Collins with it. Portland no good that time either. Mavericks leading by 10. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings to the table.
Now the pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Pass to Simons.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Takes a three. Kleba. It's good on the putback. Kleba's got his first basket.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's McCollum on the wing. So the wing on the left. Collins passes to Cantor. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Mike Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Dallas again missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Lillard outside. Powell for three. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Dallas leading by 15. Here's Finney-Smith. And the three off target. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nurkic is a double-double machine every night. There's not a lot of teams right now that are equipped on their roster to handle the kind of size that Nurkic can bring.
The Maverick shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Richardson kicks to Brunson. The three-pointer, no good. Trailblazers trail by 13. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
Brunson with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And the dunk by Powell.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
A quick back. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
Now they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but
thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 11. And Shaq.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. Doncic against Lillard. And he converts the layup. Doncic has got 10 points.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Off target with his 3.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
That doesn't go either for Doncic.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Back to Lillard. Nice D from Doncic.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Passes to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Off target with the fadeaway. Trailblazers trail by 7. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. 12 points for him. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Hangs to the right side. Redick for 3. The shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Lillard against Doncic. Back to Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Buries it from 3-point range. Doncic has got 13 points.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
McCollum left side. Back to Lillard. McCollum kicks to Lillard. From deep. The Mavericks pull it in.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Easy to see why J.J. Redick is a guy that everybody talks about as being one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
Lillard outside. Wide open. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Lillard against Doncic. From deep 3-point range, another 3 for Dallas.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Anthony's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Marjanovic. It's Powell on the wing. Over Collins. And Cantor pulls it down. Anthony right side. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got 5.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Mavericks on top, leading by 7. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Mavericks leading by 7. We've got Jalen Brunson. He's out there with Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Doncic. And it's Melli in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Richardson, good.
Well, Richardson came in shooting threes and thought that might be the only thing he could do. He's no one-trick pony.
Now McCollum. The 3 ball. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
From past the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Covington's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Puts it up from 12. Doncic with the bucket. And now it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. McCollum left side. It's rebounded by Brunson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Doncic. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Robert. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Finney-Smith. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. And the Mavericks lead by 16. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Trailblazers trail by 14. Tips it up, and Covington stays with it.
Showing off the agility and quickness. Covington knows where to get when the break is on.
1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Powell finds Burke. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. Unable to get that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. 3-pointer, Lillard. Covington. And Covington stays with it.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And here is Burke. Back to Richardson. And the pass to Burke. Here's Marjanovic. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic, big and blocking.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard outside. The three. It's rebounded by Dallas. At one point, they led by 16. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Dallas.
This is a game where defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic looking it over. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Confident. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining. the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge, and the state. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Murray out there with Porter, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Bull in at the 4. And for the Mavericks, Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Doncic in at the 1 spot. The pass to Redick. Plenty of space. That one's not going to go. Now Denver takes it the other way. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
Murray against Doncic. Pass to Bull. Back to Murray. Puts up a 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. And they're on the break. Back to Hardaway. The 3. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Murray.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Now here's Redick. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. Out to Porzingis for 3. That shot off, and the Nuggets going the other way. Murray, the pass to Jokic, and Jokic slings it in.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Outside, Porter. Passes it to Gordon. Out left to the wing. Jokic. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Porter outside. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock. Murray finds Jokic. Over Hardaway. And that's an intentional foul. Richardson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bull. And Monty. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Fast break Dallas to end the cold streak. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, Doncic plays with such an edge and attitude, and I think it endears him to his teammates and gives them confidence.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Mavericks making a change here. Brunson's checked in. Mavericks trail by 5. Pass to Richardson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the 2nd free throw, good. The Nuggets leading by 4. There's the pass to Dozier. Back to Morris. Beyond the arc. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Finney Smith passes the foul. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And, you know, when Powell is this deep, the defense knows they're in trouble. Sometimes they have no choice but to foul.
The Mavericks have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. 30 seconds left in the first. Brunson against Morris. Outside, Green. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Count the basket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Brunson. There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen by McGee. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Murray out there with Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Gordon in at the 3. Count that one. McGee's got his first points in this one.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Doncic outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 4. Murray with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Murray, no good. Here's Dallas. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Doncic has got 7 points. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. On the wing, Gordon. Morris right side. The Nuggets moving the ball around. From 6 feet. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Murray against Richardson. Outside, Green. Pass to Porter. Launches a three. Another shot. And Green gets it to go. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Passes it to Richardson. Back to Brunson. Porter against Richardson. 5 to shoot. Brunson, no good. The Nuggets leading by 3. From 7. It's rebounded by Dallas. 1:49 left in the first half. Here's Powell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent at powering through the contact.
Outside, Green. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Cauley Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Denver also making some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers in for JaMychal Green. Now, here's Richardson. No points in the game yet for him. And the wide open shot from Redick. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Denver leading by 3. Floats it up for Jokic. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Richardson up top. Outside, Porzingis. Redick surveying the D. Dallas needs to get off a shot. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Redick. Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver. Gordon comes in for Murray. Gordon finds Jokic. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Gordon. Outside, Porter. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And it's Jokic missing. Richardson attacking. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Exactly what Richardson can do on the drive. I mean, he can handle the ball. He's got a quick step. He can finish when he gets to the rim.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6. And
if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
They've got J.J. Redick. Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Denver leading by 3. Murray the pass to Gordon. Denver passing it around. Murray finds Gordon. Fires the three. The shot will not fall. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Murray against Doncic. Now the pass to Bull. Here's Jokic. And that's an air ball. Not even close.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Lets it go from deep. And there's Murray on the assist by Jokic. Murray's got it all tied up now for Denver.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Redick from deep three-point land. Another 3 for Dallas.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Good, he hits the jump shot. Porter's got his second basket.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
The 3 for Doncic. And Bull pulls it down.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
A different look for Dallas. Nicolo O'Malley comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Morris passes to Green. On the wing, Green. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
1:36 left in the third quarter. Pass to Doncic, and JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
1:03 left in the third. From deep. The Mavericks rebound. Richardson right side. Doncic against Green. Doncic passes to Powell. Second chance shot. Tips it. They shoot again. Doncic outside. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Millsap down low. Guarded by Powell. The Mavericks leading.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Millsap's no stranger to physical play. Doesn't avoid contact. And that helps him get to the free throw line quite a bit.
It's his first trip to the line.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot. So he was reliable when he went to the line.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Nuggets lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Cole is out there with Gordon. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Morris in at the 1. Runs in the pass to Porzingis. He dishes it to CLA Stein. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking it.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Cole the pass to Gordon. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Brunson. And the layup's good off the glass. Brunson's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting him touches, this game won't be tied for long.
Here's Rivers. Jokic trying to free himself up.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Brunson finds Hardaway, and that one is off. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. The lead is 2. CLA Stein grabs the board. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Powell, he's jacked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. The Nuggets also changing it up. Porter comes in for Austin Rivers. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris.
And, you know, with Porzingis, the potential is really exciting. I mean, with his size and skill set, I think he's got a chance to be a dominant force for a long time.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Back to Doncic from the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound. Bulls got his 4th rebound in this one. Murray with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Another 3 for Denver.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Doncic looking it over. On deep. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. To Porzingis. Oh, that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
Doncic against Murray. Passes it to Bull. Back to Murray. Jokic against Porzingis. And it's Jokic missing.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Richardson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Right side Porzingis. And so they foul intentionally. On the Mavericks with some changes. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Doncic with it. From deep three-point range, connects from downtown.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Murray surveying the D. On the wing, Porter. It falls!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out to Porzingis. Jokic against Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Yes!
But you know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
Murray against Doncic. Now Murray. Denver calls timeout. They're down by 1. 3 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And I think they've had enough time to try and get the ball inside. And unless they get a wide open look on the perimeter, that should be what the focus is. Even if you miss at the rim, you've got a good chance to maybe try and draw a foul.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Gordon for 3. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. They've got J.J. Redick. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Doncic in at the point. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Zubac in at center. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And so here are the Clippers. Pass to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. And he makes that one. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. The shake. And Doncic lays it in.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
George against Redick, and J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Doncic against George. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. No good on that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A. Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Pass to Leonard. There's the triple. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Out to Ibaka. George against Doncic.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The 3 for Doncic. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Doncic has got 5 now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Hardaway against Leonard. Basket counts.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything.
Dallas leading by 3. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Doncic against Beverly. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Now here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Leonard. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Redick for 3. The shot comes out. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 5. Back to Ibaka. No one near him. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And that's a good job of spotting up by Serge Ibaka. He's good in those catch-and-shoot situations.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Here's Porzingis. All the way up top. Hits the front of the rim and out.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Leonard finds Ibaka. Back to Leonard. The pass to Ibaka. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Here's Doncic. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Beverly. George with no one around. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Stolen by Zubac. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Jalen Brunson. Marjanovic is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Finney Smith. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Kennard. Now Cousins. Kicks it to Jackson. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Clippers trail by 5. Pass to Morris. And here's Kennard. The 3. The offensive rebound.
One thing about DeMarcus, he's got an edge to him, and a lot of the time, it works to his advantage.
Brunson with it. Richardson outside. Four on the clock, and he gets the bucket. Richardson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
Against physical defense, Richardson using his length and athleticism to counter.
Morris outside. Tipped away. It's stolen by Marjanovic, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Nelly is checked in for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Brunson. The feed to Powell. And there's the pass to Kleber. Now Richardson, 5 on the clock. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. 7-point differential. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Clippers trail by 9. 1:05 left in the first half of basketball. Here's George. It's good. George has got 5 points so far.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
The three for Doncic from beyond the arc and then some. He's got 8.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Leonard against Hardaway. Here's the 3. The shot off that time, and the Mavericks going the other way now.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Doncic from the high post. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Beverly dishes to Leonard.
And that stifling defense of Cauley-Stein is what got him drafted.
And we've reached halftime in this one. The Mavericks on top.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And here is Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Redick against Beverly. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Knocked away. Redick surveying the D. 6 to shoot. Doncic kicks to Cauley-Stein. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lob pass to George. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And here's Doncic from the arc. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He went
That was nice.
letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Doncic against George. And the wide open shot from Redick drills the three-pointer. Redick's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
George. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. And then for Dallas, Nicole O'Malley comes in for Cauley Stein. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from George.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
George against Doncic. The pass to Melly. Dallas moving the ball around. On the wing, Doncic. Defended by George. Doncic against George. And it's Doncic missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Serge Ibaka. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Back to Batum. In the corner, Kennard with it. And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Ipao comes in for Nicole O'Malley. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Leonard finds Jackson. Mavericks with the rebound. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Finney-Smith. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Powell. Over Jackson. Gets a hand on it. It's good on the putback. Finney-Smith's got the lead up to 13 now for Dallas.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Hits the three-point bomb.
I mean, taking what the defense allows. Reggie can run the pick and roll in a variety of ways.
There's 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. Feeds it to Powell. Pass to Finney-Smith. Just 3 to shoot. Richardson, no luck.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Leonard with the bucket.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
That one misses. And so it's Dallas in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the balls. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing here by 8. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Cauley Stein, Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Redick in at the 3. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Ipao comes in for Cauley Stein. Hardaway's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Leonard, no luck.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Now, here's Doncic. Passes to Redick. Over Cousins. Cauley Stein. The rebound by Ibaka. Clippers trail by 8. Leonard attacking.
The aggressive.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Clippers miss again. Dallas leading by 8. Redick for 3. It's good from long range. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Right side, George. That doesn't go either for George.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Doncic against George. Outside Hardaway. No good on the 3. Clippers trail by 10. A 3 from Leonard. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Doncic with the block.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Doncic against George. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Cauley Stein. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here. The Clippers running out of time. Have allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. George against Richardson. And stolen by Richardson. There's 49 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Back to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Powell.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
And no good on the third free throw. So he ends up going 2 of 3. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Brunson kicks to Marjanovic. And there's the pass to Richardson. Got a piece of it. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
We talk a lot about second-round picks coming in and making a difference. Josh Richardson is one of those guys, and he was rewarded financially for it.
The deep three from George. Poked away, so no problem for Dallas as they get the win. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sport.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Cauley Stein, and there's Porzingis, and it's Redick in at the 2. And for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, then it's Damian Lillard, then there's Derek Jones, and it's Powell in at the 2 guard. Lillard against Doncic. Lock at 6. Kicks it out to Lillard. Well, the Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Kept alive. Here's Nurkic. A second chance effort. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And even 3-on-3 break. He lobs it up. And Cauley Stein throws it down. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the two worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Here's Doncic. This one for three. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Back to Lillard. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Shoots from 8. Mavericks with the rebound.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Back to Powell. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Drills it from outside. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And the three ball is good. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Lillard's not going to let you get away with that. He wants those 3 points back, and he gets them quick.
And here is Doncic. Outside, Redick. Porzingis kicks to Redick. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Outside, Jones. To the middle. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Tough to guard in these screen and rolls. I mean, I love how Nurkic positions himself and gets creative in these situations.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And it's Doncic missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
A pass to Porzingis, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Lillard against Doncic. Now, here's Lillard, guarded closely. Jones kicks to Lillard.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Porzingis inside, working on Nurkic, and the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard outside. From past the arc. That shot was off. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. And that does it for the first quarter. Mavericks ahead, leading by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plans.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
what we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Collins, also Enes Kanter out there, Damian Lillard out there with Anthony, and it's Simons in at the two-guard spot.
When you pair Kanter's strong frame with the scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves to play.
Down low, here's Powell. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Powell's got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Brunson with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Richardson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Brunson against Lillard. Pass to Simon. Outside Anthony. Fires at the elbow. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Now Brunson. It's Richardson on the wing. Takes the 3. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Lillard against Brunson. But they get it back. Kanter, the pass to Simons. Collins kicks to Lillard. 5 to shoot. Outside Anthony. Kicks it out to Lillard. Launches it. Powell pulls it in. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Powell, the pass to Brunson. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Dallas. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Wande Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Zach Collins. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleber. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Dallas leading by 6. Now here's Brunson. 40 seconds left in the first half. From deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Collin passes to Lillard. 23 seconds left to play in the first half. Anthony's shot is off. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Oh, and there's the alley-oop taken away by Anthony. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard way outside. Tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. Here's Brunson. And that one released in time, but no good. And so that's the end of the first half. Mavericks lead by 6. It's time now to go court.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick, what's your analysis of how your defense has done so far?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And guys, for the Mavericks, Kenny, give us your take.
Well, you've got to love the work the reserves have done.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
On the floor for Dallas, Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Doncic in at the point guard.
D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving the shot.
Dallas leading by 4. Here's Doncic. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Lillard looking around. Passes it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Foul for 3. Here's Nurkic. Pass to Powell. Kicks to Lillard. There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And the wide open shot from Redick. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Mavericks lead by 6. Lillard against Doncic. Now, here's Lillard. D right on him. In the corner, Powell with it. Misses the 3. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the left side wing. Outside, Redick. Back to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Dallas moving it around. Lets it go from 14. Porzingis can't hit. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Lillard. Portland again missing. Mavericks leading by 6. Doncic dishes to Redick. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. From deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard from deep three-point land. Not going to go that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Doncic with it. Now Covington defending. Here's Cauley Stein. No good that time. Good D by Covington. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And look at how quickly Lillard leaps out in transition. He wants to run down the throw to the D, burn him in the open floor.
And here is Doncic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
And shooters beware. Cauley Stein is very crafty in how he rises up for the block. So good at catching scores off guard with his wide reach.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Jones. Doncic passes to Reddick. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Doncic. Steps back and trains the jump shot. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Reddick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Powell, no one around him. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
He thought he could snake over the top on that one, but that play, more often than not, is called.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Anthony's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Simons surveying the D. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Powell.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
The third quarter comes to a close. The Mavericks on top, up by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Powell, Anthony out there with Jones, then it's Collins, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Simons. Fouled on the shot and picks up. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Robert Covington checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Marjanovic, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Richardson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
That's good from Richardson.
Well, Richardson comes from a military family. His mom was an officer in the Air Force, so he knows about discipline on and off the court. That helps a pro ball player.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Zinkis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Porzingis with the ball. Richardson gets a wide open look. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's McCollum. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard or you'll get dunked on.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Mavericks lead by 4. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Inside, here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And I like what I see from Covington. I mean, he just doesn't look to shoot. He's good at passing, too.
Lillard against Doncic. From the top of the key, good, nothing but net. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Lillard against Doncic. Pulls up, high post.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
And here's Anthony from the arc. It's hauled in by Richardson.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
For the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Derek Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Dallas also making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Hardaway. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Doncic passes to Redick. To the paint. It's tipped. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard finds Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard against Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Powell to take the lead. Nails the tray.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Doncic looking it over. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the lift to be the first one, too.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lillard outside. It's Covington on the wing. Porzingis with the rebound. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
For the tie, Porzingis. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put out here at home. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Beautiful city up. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Luka Doncic. Cauley Stein is out there with Hardaway. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Porzingis in at the center position. And for the Nuggets, they've got Bol. Michael Porter's out there with Murray. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Jokic in at the center, locking down the middle. Porter dishes to Murray. And he starts out with the miss in this one.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing two-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Cauley Stein. The deep three from Redick. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Denver now. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Willie Cauley Stein.
And an active player, Gordon can be a handful to keep up with throughout the course of the game.
Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Doncic gets it to go.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Pass to Jokic. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Porter. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Murray, the pass to Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And good that time.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Redick. And the three off target. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Porter kicks to Jokic. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's a big target in Porzingis, but he delivers.
Doncic against Murray. Outside Porter. Doncic with the steal. Stolen by Gordon. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Murray, no good.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
The three for Doncic. The shot, no good. And it's Denver the other way. Here's Porter. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Mavericks leading by 5. From deep. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Always nice to see Porzingis take some strides and get to that kind of glide.
44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Murray, here we go. Makes it off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. He kicks it to Richardson. And the pass to Doncic. Just 4 to shoot. Millsap grabs the miss.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now Doncic misses the deep three-point attempt, and still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And we caught it before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had
Southwest. I mean, you need to
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Dozier passes to Morris. Here's Dozier. Fires from the wing. That one wide left.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Finney Smith passes to Powell. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. On up the court. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Denver shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. He hits both from the stripe. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Brunson scanning the floor. Passes it to Marjanovic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Marjanovic. Rebound by the Nuggets. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Dozier. Richardson covering. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Green fires from way outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Mavericks leading.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Morris finds Green. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Pass to McGee. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Marjanovic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Powell with the steal. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And here they go. Good work defensively by Millsap. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And it's Green missing. Mavericks leading by 4. For 3, Richardson. They get it again.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Morris dishes to Millsap. Back to Morris. Pass to McGee. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. Bounce pass from Millsap. McGee with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. And again, Denver no good. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Offline with his 3. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Green. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
Good decision-making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific beat.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Richardson against Morris. Richardson with it. 5 points in the game. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Brunson against Morris. Dishes it to Millsap. Six feet out. That one, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Redick for 3. Rebound by Murray.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Jokic kicks to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Now just a 2-point Maverick lead. Now here's Doncic from downtown. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks have been one of the more stable organizations. And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
They've got Porter, Aaron Gordon out there at Bold. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Doncic with the bucket. Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Jokic on an alley-oop. Sweet.
The pass to Hardaway. Pass to Redick. 5 on the clock. Porzingis passes to Cauley-Stein. On the money from 12 feet away. Cauley-Stein's got his second basket of the game.
Well, the evolution of Cauley-Stein on display here, you can see steadily growing confident in these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Now the Mavericks moving it up. A finish. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Pretty nice work there in the open floor. Hardaway Jr. good at running to the right spot on the court and being ready.
Outside Gordon. On the wing, Porter. They get a hand on it. Bull kicks to Porter. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Dallas leading by 4. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Porzingis against Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Redick dishes to Doncic. He gets that one.
Well, defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Doncic against Murray. Kicks it to Bull. Outside Gordon. Pass to Porter. Back to Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
There's 1:38 left to play in the third. Redick for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Nicolo Melli in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Green passes to Porter. And foul up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
There's been a lot of talk about Michael Porter Jr. and the way that he plays and how athletic he is. How's he doing that on the vegan diet? For some, it works well.
Richardson, no luck. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. A 2-point game. Pass to Green. Over to the wing. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
That one drops. He ties it up. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And here's Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas again missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Brunson. Passes it to Richardson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Well, the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. We've got Maxi Kleber, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Doncic, and it's Melly in at the 4 slot. Here is Porter. Morris outside. Lets it go with the 3. They get it back.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Man, sometimes there's dunks and then there's mean dunks. That was a mean dunk.
Morris against Brunson. Now Morris. Pass to Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. Floats it up for Jokic. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Fast break Dallas. Kicks it out to Richardson. Off target from outside.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And that's a foul called on Bol Bol. That is his first foul of the game. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Nuggets. Murray comes in for Monte Morris. Brunson with it. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there. Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Mavericks trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Redick. Jacks up a 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Redick's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I love how Redick gets it going from distance. Really a tremendous three-point shooter.
Now here's Murray. Now the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. There's the 3. Another shot with 1 on the clock. And Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moments.
Dallas calls timeout. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
Murray outside. Jokic on top over Porzingis. And it's off the back rim. No good. Mavericks trail by 3. For the finish. The shot by Powell. No good. Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Doncic feeling it out. Passes it to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. And foul on the... And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks. Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here.
So much inside of Josh Richardson that is yet to be tapped into. An athletic shooting guard who can play both ends of the floor.
Outside Gordon. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Jokic kicks to Porter. And another miss by Denver.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hardaway passes to Doncic.
Got it! That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Outside Porter. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Porzingis against Jokic. Murray surveying the D. Back to Jokic. It's off. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment. And